things based on the pretzel dough.
Hoping to create the connection between the Burrito Man and Polly and Stone, Lee is offering specials for students to get them through the door.
On a daily basis, Monday through Thursday, we have specials on pretzels. Like on today's pretzel of the day is cheddar and jalapeno. And we play with recipes with the dough and come up with different ones every week.
Even with the semester ending, there is still time to stop in and enjoy great food. Polly and Stone is open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and from noon to 7 on Sunday. The restaurant will stay open during the summer with modified hours. If you're looking for ways to get in shape, we've got you covered. Coming up after the newscast, SUTV will present a special health edition where you can get some insight into the world of health and fitness. There's no more excuses. Tune in after the news for some quick tips.
Coming up right now on SUTV News, take a sneak peek at some of the art featured in this year's Senior Art Show.
And catch up on the latest world news, including details of the Al-Qaeda hostages and the growing protests in Baltimore. Stay with us. With only 1 week left in the semester, students are finishing up projects and papers. But some SHIP art and design students aren't just finished, but showing off their projects. Amanda Trevel has more.
SHIP art and design students have been working all semester to present these final projects. It was a lot of work for one student and about $800 for her project.
Sometimes the critiques were they told you that you had to completely start over, that they didn't like your idea, or to do it a different way, but it was basically to make sure that you had a good foundation of content. So we had 8 weeks to make our stuff.
The seniors hung their artwork and are excited and relieved that their projects are done. The artwork is displayed in the Kaufman Gallery.
We're all kind of like a little family, and when we put it up, everyone was like super excited and proud for each other, so it's pretty fun.
The art show is this Saturday. The closing reception starts at 1, and you can meet the artists and hear what their pieces are all about. For SUTV News, I'm Amanda Trevel.
The Kaufman Gallery is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 3, if you would still like to stop by and see the artwork.
Safe Zone flyers emerged this week are on campus. The flyers identify a safe place for LGBT students to have their voices heard. Safe Zones have a special impact in residence halls, and one resident assistant shares its importance.
Everybody should know there's a spot for them always to go to, whether it is their RAs or like even the counseling office or somewhere else. So if they have anything that they want to get off their chest, anything they want to talk about at all, they know they aren't being judged and that it's okay for them to talk about anything and to open up.
The Safe Zone flyer offers LGBT students a safe way to communicate with their allies. From the latest news on 2 hostages that died during a military drone strike in Iran to a volcano that erupted for the first time in more than 40 years, here is Andrew Robinson with the latest headlines from around the world. Andrew.
This evening, President Obama announced hours ago a U.S. counterterrorism operation targeting an al-Qaeda compound in January killed 2 innocent hostages, including 1 American. U.S. officials say Warren Weinstein, and American, and Giovanni Loporto, an Italian national, were killed by a military drone. The White House also released today 2 Americans, both al-Qaeda operatives, were also killed in counterterrorism operations in the same region. During a press conference today, the White House press secretary said the president did not specifically approve the operations killing the Americans, but said the strikes were within policy guidelines. Protests are intensifying in Baltimore over the death of Freddie Gray, who died of injuries to his spine after being stopped by police. Hundreds of protesters are taking to the streets, demanding answers in Gray's death. What exactly happened between the police and Gray remains a mystery. An attorney for the Baltimore City Police Union said in this type of incident, probable cause is not needed to arrest. Reasonable suspicion is all an officer needs to make a stop. Gray's body is expected to be released from state custody soon, and the family wants a second autopsy. The U.S. has deployed warships to the waters off Yemen earlier this week to monitor ships in the area traveling from Iran. Tehran is suspected of supporting Houthi rebels in Yemen, and U.S. officials say the move is meant to reassure allies in the region. The warships are joining other vessels to intercept Iranian ships if they invade Yemeni territorial waters. Iran insists its fleet is operating legally. A volcano erupted in southern Chile for the first time in more than 42 years. Authorities declared a red alert yesterday after the Calbuco volcano began to erupt. Officials ordered evacuations and airlines canceled flights in the affected area. The Vatican confirms Pope Francis will visit Cuba ahead of his trip to the U.S. in September. He is earning praise from both the U.S. and Cuba for playing a key role in restarting diplomatic relations between the two countries. And finally tonight, if you're thinking about booking a flight this summer, you may want to check out JetBlue Airlines. The company received the top spot for customer satisfaction among airlines, according to the latest travel report from the American Customer Satisfaction Index. Customer satisfaction increased nearly 3% from last year, putting passenger satisfaction at the highest level since 1994. And if you're wondering, Spirit Airlines received the lowest rating. That's all of your world news for this evening. Follow me on Twitter at Robinson Reports.
Coming up right now on SUTV News, the 90s sitcom Full House is getting fuller.
And we'll let you know if this cold front will stick around. It's coming up next.
We had tornado watches and warnings throughout the day. This weekend, expect cooler temperatures than the last 2 weeks. Today was overcast and the high hit only 50 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast has a 57-degree high, but the sun should come through the clouds in the morning. Taking a look at the 5-day, Saturday should warm up with a high of 60 with mostly cloudy skies. Sunday, we should see another high of 60, but those April showers will start to move back in. Monday looks the same with yet another 60-degree high and more rain. Tuesday looks much better with a 64-degree high and partly cloudy skies. That's it for this week's weather. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you back here next Thursday.
And fans never stopped asking for a revival, but there's no longer a need to ask because you got it, dude. John Stamos announced the revival series on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show this Monday. The show will be called Fuller House and will be a spinoff starring DJ Tanner. DJ is now the widowed mother of 3 boys and will live in the same house with her sister Stephanie and her best friend Kimmy Gibbler. Fuller House will make its debut on Netflix next year. Full House isn't the only classic getting a fresh coat of paint. The 1975 cult classic Rocky Horror Picture Show is being remade this year to celebrate its 40th anniversary. Fox will be spearheading the project, which will be a 2-hour television special. The special will be directed by Kenneth Ortega, best known for his involvement in the High School Musical trilogy. The remake will hit your TV screens later this year, so we can all do the time warp again. Roseanne Barr, comedian and actress, has announced she is going blind. She's afflicted by macular degeneration and glaucoma. Since her vision is slowly beginning to fail, Roseanne says she is enjoying it while she can. The 2016 presidential campaign is heating up, with politicians and rappers alike. Waka Flocka Flame, a rapper from Atlanta, announced his desire to become the next president on Monday. In a video posted by the Rolling Stone, he swore to legalize marijuana and increase minimum wage to $15 an hour. It should be interesting to see if other celebrities piggyback Waka's ambition and run for office as well. The end of the semester is here, and what better way to relieve stress than winning some prizes at the Raider Fest? You can let loose and enjoy music along with food and games. Raider Fest will take place this Saturday at 11 a.m. Tonight you get a chance to make your own crafts in the Cub NPR. President's Hall is hosting a do-it-yourself craft fest from 8 to 10. It's free and students can play games and win prizes. Come make your own coasters, chalkboard, picture frames, silly putty, and headbands, or decorate a mug and bleach a tie-dye shirt. Well, that is it for entertainment. See you next week.
Don't worry if you missed the final scores of this week's lacrosse and baseball games. We have the highlights.
And find out how SHIP is using basketball to be more inclusive. Sports is next.
Welcome back to SUTV. Spring sports are coming to a close, but the Raider athletes are not ready to let it go. Find out which Sheep athletes are achieving their milestones. Red Raiders lacrosse team played their final home game yesterday. While the season is coming to a close, players are still working hard to achieve milestones. Another windy day at Robb Sports Complex and another exciting Red Raider lacrosse game. Ship started off hot with 2 goals in the first 4 minutes coming from Sheila Johnson and Courtney Kennedy. Kennedy joined Johnson in the 100 club as the 13th Ship player to score 100 career goals. Millersville answered back again and again. The score was 14-6 going into halftime. The Raiders made a strong push in the second half, scoring 5 in a row. It wasn't enough for the victory, but it was a bittersweet feeling for Courtney Kennedy.
Even though we didn't win, it was good to score it on our last home game.
The Raiders will finish their season Saturday at Mercyhurst. The Ship track and field team is at it again. The team swept the PSAC Weekly Awards with the men's 4x4 team taking Athlete of the Week, Grant Smith taking men's field athlete, and Sarah Hunt taking women's field athlete. The 4x4 team ranked 7th on the NCAA Division II performance list with a time of 3 minutes 11.75 seconds at last week's SU Track and Field Invitational. Last week's race also put them atop the PSAC standings by 3 seconds. Grant Smith broke his own school record in shot put with a throw of 58 feet 8 inches. His most recent throw ranks him number 4 on the NCAA Division II performance list. Sarah Hunt was given the honor after breaking SU's long jump record. Hunt's jump of just over 20 feet landed her 4th on the NCAA Division II performance list. Hunt is ranked number 1 in the PSAC standings. Ship baseball took on regional rival Shepherd in a doubleheader on Tuesday. Darby Sells has the recap.
The baseball team split a windy doubleheader Tuesday against Shepherd University. Having a little trouble getting the run started, Ship gave Shepherd the first game 8-0. Shepherd's pitcher, Sam Crater, served 5 scoreless innings in Game 1, his 9th win of the season. Eventually finding their groove, Ship came out swinging at the start of the second game. Ship recorded 4 runs in the first, 2 in the second, and 8 in the third inning. Cody Ezolt knocked the ball out of the park with a grand slam in the third inning. Freshman Gabe Mosser threw 2 scoreless innings to finish off Game 2 with a win. For SUTV, I'm Darby Sells.
Ezolt now has 10 home runs for the season. He, along with Jake Kennedy and Jimmy Spanos, have hit a combined 5 grand slams for the Red Raiders this season. Kennedy and Ezolt are the first Ship duo to hit double-digit home runs in a season since 1999. Ship will host the Senior Day doubleheader tomorrow against Westchester. The first pitch is at 1 o'clock. Sophomore Ryan McMillan was named the PSAC Eastern Division Baseball Athlete of the Week. He went 13 for 25 this week with 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, and 9 runs scored. Although he is honored to have his recognition, he would rather see the team go far in the playoffs.
It definitely gives me a sense of confidence, a little bit more than I've had before. But at the same time, I think as a team, we still need to focus on, team goals rather than individual accomplishments like that.
All right. McGillen is batting .354 this season with 4 home runs and 24 RBIs. Even though the winter sports season is over, there is still a chance for you to play basketball. Bernadette Koff explains.
When these guys look to pick up a game of basketball, they aren't just looking to shoot hoops. They're looking to interact with people they might not normally relate to.
It's a way for students and people of the community to come out and volunteer and work with people with disabilities.
Inclusive basketball is a way for students and community members to play basketball with people of all abilities. And President Angela Pagerio says it is a good socialization experience.
Socialization, just come out, be social. It takes a lot of heart for someone to come out and actually socialize with them and know how to interact with them. Because you can't just do it out of nowhere. You have to know how to handle someone with autism, how to handle someone with dyslexia.
The goal of inclusive basketball is to create a welcoming environment for all people to learn and play together. Bernadette Koff, SUTV Sports.
Inclusive basketball plays on Saturday mornings at 11 o'clock in Henderson Gym. For more information and to find out how you can participate, go to SUTVnews.com. Looks like that's all we have for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, you won't want to miss a special SUTV program airing after the newscast next Thursday. The Critique tells us about the problems with the ideal Disney princess and how popular literary characters fall short of the real thing.
Girls have looked up to the princesses since the Grimm brothers began publishing fairy tales in the 19th century. These iconic characters are praised for their beauty, compassion, and a knack to always find a husband. But do these beloved princesses create more problems than they solve?
You know, questioning the girls more about their interests and what they think about something and less about how cute they are.
You know, the good parts of it, I think we still have some of that. But I also think that, you know, there's this other category that's the spoiled brat image.
Movies and television today feature top-notch special effects, the best actors in the biz, and fresh new storylines, but they often fall short in the character department.
I think if you're showing their emotions and their struggles and their achievements and their challenges all in one character, I think then you're really getting that experience. And sometimes you can really tell when stuff is written by women and when it's written by men.
Movies and television feature some of the worst culprits of misrepresentation, from stereotypes like the boy crazy woman and the feminine fatal. Join Holly Hare and Louis DeSanto next Thursday on The Critique.
And next, don't forget to stay with us for a special SUTV News presentation. You can be a college student and be healthy. Get healthy eating and exercise tips.
Well, that's it for SUTV News tonight. I'm Lucy Davis.
And I'm Joe Rodriguez. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at SUTV News and like us on Facebook.
And of course, for more information on tonight's stories and extra news, visit our website, sutvnews.com.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Our special SUTV Health Tradition is on right now.